Tubers, salute. What's up? This is Superdell, and today I have another website where I'm going to do a reaction. And you see the title right here. It says, How long do owners say the Nvidia Shield lasts? I got this article from a website called bgr.com. There are some other ones that pretty much says the same thing. But this one right here I'm going to go with. And this came out, early this morning, 6:47, August 8th, 2026. But before I get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, click that subscribe button. Also, share this. Thumbs up, thumbs down is up to you. Also, click that bell for anyone that want to stay informed and up to date on some of these streaming devices and other things that we do when it comes to cord cutting. Hit that bell icon. That way, and select allow. That way you get notified anytime I release any content on YouTube. All right, so as you see right here, how long do owners say the Nvidia Shield lasts? And so it's a little article, and I'm going to give you my take at the end, but we will read this together. Maybe I should make this probably just a little bit bigger. All right, let's see if I can make this just a tad bit bigger. That way it shows better on the screen. That way you can read, and I will leave this article in the description of this video. All right, let's get to it. It said there are countless ways to stream your favorite shows, movies, and games. Devices such as smart TVs, game consoles, and cloud streaming allow you to keep up with a new TV series, watch a movie, or play the latest video games. However, there may be a streaming device better than the Apple TV and Fire TV Stick from a company known for creating GPUs. Nvidia may be renowned for its work in creating chips for gaming computers, but it also makes a streaming device known as the Nvidia Shield. It works similarly to any other platform, allowing you to stream entertainment directly to the screen it's connected to. Though, all right, or through, no, it's not though, through NVIDIA's AI enhanced technology is capable of upscaling HD video to 4K quality. I ain't going to say it's going to be 4K quality, but it upscales it to a nice, it's not 4K, but it is a upgrade, regular HD, but it's not directly 4K quality. So we got to call that out. That was misleading. This is misleading, but it does give you a better picture. All right, so it's providing cleaner and sharper visuals for streaming. Nvidia Shield debuted in 2015, and Reddit owners who have it say it's still going strong for them after 10 years. It's a versatile system no matter if you're wanting to stream video or play games. Another Reddit thread says a user is delightfully shocked that the Nvidia Shield managed to keep up after so many years. Comments point to the hardware being a big reason why it lasted so long and continues to do so. This hardware is the Tegra X1 and the X1 Plus processor, which the thread says was used in the 2015 model. It's still the same chip that's featured in modern Nvidia Shields. And now here they say that the main problem right here with the Nvidia Shield. The Nvidia Shield receives high marks and ratings on Amazon. The Nvidia Shield TV Pro on Amazon has more than 13,500 reviews, with 77% of those sporting a 5-star rating. Users really enjoy how powerful and quick it is, and how stunning it makes movies, TV shows, and games look. However, they did have a few issues. There are two things that users tend to agree on being concerning when it comes to the Nvidia Shield and its Pro model. A Reddit thread considers Nvidia Shield to be quite pricey, at least when compared to other streaming devices. The Nvidia Shield TV is around $150 and Nvidia Shield Pro is $200. The Roku streaming stick Plus costs around 40, but only features streaming apps. Nvidia features Dolby Vision, Atmos, and the ability to stream games, movies, and shows. The second is the fact that Nvidia might have quietly killed the Shield, but that's still unclear. The issue may not be all problematic, as the majority of owners really can't seem to find any major downsides with the Nvidia Shield, especially given its longevity, which makes the price seem well worth it. Nvidia hasn't offered any updates about possibly sunsetting the Shield. The official website lists the Pro version as available, but the standard model, that little flashlight tube model, only listed through third-party sellers. So I don't know. They really didn't get too detailed because, if I'm not mistaken, it does not have HDMI 2.1. Also, it doesn't have HDR 10 plus, if I'm not mistaken. So it is missing a couple features that should have been in this second article right here. But it says, is the Nvidia Shield still worth it? They say combining through Reddit threads and Amazon review for both the Nvidia Shield and the Shield TV Pro, which the Pro is, remember the Pro is the $200 one, you will find people absolutely adore it. Reddit is flooded with comments from users saying it's the best streaming device they ever owned. One user even said if their Nvidia Shield were to die, they would go out and buy a replacement, as they believe that is something they cannot do without. One commentator even said that they have 3 Shields, like me. I think I got about 4 or 5 of them. And if one were to fail, they would replace it with a Shield Pro. One of the main reasons owners say the Nvidia Shield is worth getting is due to its technology and hardware. The combination of the Tegra X1 and the X1 Plus and the 256 core GPU makes it quick device capable of streaming entertainment and even video games like Alan Wake 2 through GeoForce Now. I never really got into GeoForce, all right? But if you enjoy gaming, the Nvidia Shield puts up a fight against the home consoles. The Nvidia Shield allows users to easily stream content through a simple, sleek device, with users saying it lasted 10 years. It seems to be built for extended use through powerful hardware, giving you a large amount of time to stream as much as you want. If Nvidia decides to stop making the Shield, you may want to get one before it's gone. All right, so this is a nice article. It left out a few pieces of information, like the console, the one that costs $200. That's the one that actually allows you to start a Plex, if it acts right. Okay, so that's probably why they left that out. And let me just give you my thoughts. If you're someone that want to get into Plex, the Nvidia Shield TV Pro will assist you with that. That way you can start your Plex, something like this, and get everything going. This is my Plex right here. And so it can definitely get things going in, when you want to start up. Now, will I do it with my Nvidia Shield? Absolutely not, because it's just not stable enough for me. I did have my Plex on the Nvidia Shield, but again, it was just giving me too many problems, and having to get up when you land in the bed and you want to watch a movie. Sometimes you have to get up and go and unplug it, or it just gave me too many problems. Now, could they have fixed it by now? Absolutely, but I went on and moved on and got me. I started off with a couple external hard drives, plugged them into my router, and then I used the computer, and then I got me a network attached, which is a NAS, okay? And I used it that way. But Plex is very, 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 very good. I'm just surprised they did not add that to the article. Now, let's get to the real deal. When it comes to streaming, would I tell anyone to go out and get the Nvidia Shield? To me, as of right now, I need to know the full detail. What do you have it hooked up to? What do you want to get out of it? Because I just don't believe that everyone need a $150 device or a $200 device. That's just my thing about it. I know back when everybody started getting the Nvidia Shield, it was basically the Nvidia Shield and nothing. Apple TV 4K wasn't quite ready for prime time like it is now, and it was just only like the Fire Stick, okay? And once the Fire Stick, in like 2008, I'm gonna say 17, 18, 19, start getting their things together where you can stream 4K content. People started shifting from the Shield to the Fire Sticks because, again, no one was using it. I'm gonna tell you this, it was only probably a few thousand people who was actually using the Nvidia Shield to its fullest capability. That means playing your games on it from GeoForce, using the Plex server, connecting an external hard drive to it, gaming on it, Android gaming and streaming on this device. It was so many things, you was doing with it. Now, it was people out there telling if you wanted to stream third-party applications, get the Nvidia Shield. And I thought that was reckless because you can go and get a device that costs $25, $30, something under $40, and do the same thing. Now, I do have to agree, the Tegra X1 and the Tegra X1 chip does make a difference, because when it came to Kodi and getting everything up and moving, or downloading, or side loading, or putting a build on here so you can watch, movies and TV shows, there was nothing, and let me say this again, there was nothing more better than the Nvidia Shield. But in 2026, you really don't hear people talking about the Nvidia Shield because people have moved on. One thing about it, they have not upgraded. Again, there are certain specifications out there that the Shield doesn't have. And so when you got people with a home theater, or they got these massive televisions with all of this technology, a lot of them don't use the Nvidia Shield. They use like the Apple TV, which is give you some of those extra features, or they use something like a Zadu media player that actually give you them features. And so again, even though the Nvidia Shield is powerful and it does get the job done, you don't see many people making videos about it because, again, there are devices out here that are at the same price range but give you a little bit more or way less. A lot of people just stream on it. I'm not going to tell somebody to go and buy a $200 device to watch Netflix, to watch third-party applications or Hulu or anything like that. You don't need it. If you're going to get the Nvidia Shield, you need to use it to its fullest capability. This article kind of fell off. It should have got more into specific details of what this Shield does and what it's missing. But other than that, can it get the job done? Absolutely. But it is not doing, you don't get as many updates as you used to. And people are going to say, oh man, it's been going strong 10 years. Yeah, but if I got a receiver that's giving me this extra technology, and this current 2019, the console that you see on your screen is not giving me that, why would I want to use this device? Is it strictly because it's a little bit more powerful and faster? And nah, it got to, it has to make sense. And that's why you got a lot of people who really don't talk about it, in my opinion. Yeah, we all have the Nvidia Shield. I think I got about 4 or 5 of them. But I also have other devices that give you a little bit more up-to-date features. The 2.1, the HDR10 Plus, and things like that. AV1 technology. And it's just certain things that the Nvidia Shield doesn't have. And that's why people are hoping that Nvidia will somehow come out with a device with these bonus features. And right now, I don't think Nvidia Shield or Nvidia is caring about this device. Other than that, they would have came out with another device. Honestly, they don't care because they're into AI right now. They're into these GPUs that are making way more money than putting it in the Shield. And one more thing I have to admit, you got to give credit. Nvidia Shield did save me some money because I was going to get my son, or at least try to get him a gaming PC. This was probably back in 2016. He wanted one. And I got the Nvidia Shield, and because it allowed you to PC game, it saved me some money. And I'm glad I did not get my son that gaming PC because he only PC game with his friend. While his friend was at their house, he was here on the Shield and he was PC gaming, and that lasted a month. It was just something that he wanted to do. All of them, they stopped PC gaming and went to the consoles. So again, it really comes down to what you want. I do think this article did drop the ball on a lot of specifications, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. It is up to you. There are more devices out there, if you do your research, that give you more of the updated features that will work with your television or your projector. Okay? I can't see you getting some type of screen that gives you a certain technology, but you're using an Nvidia Shield. That doesn't give you. That defeats the whole point. But I would love to hear your take. Are you someone that has an Nvidia Shield? Do you use it? Do you love it? Are you a diehard Nvidia Shield TV Pro, whichever one you have, user? I would like to know. And then, what you using it for? Is it just streaming third-party apps? What are you using Plex? I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, or please subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Click that bell notification. That way you stay notified anytime I release anything on YouTube. All right. Also, thumbs up the video. Again, let's get the conversation started. I would love to hear your thoughts. To me, in today's world, you don't need the Nvidia Shield. That's just me. But I would love to hear your thoughts and opinion. Nobody is wrong because it all comes down to personal preference. So, but let's get the conversation started. This is Superdell, and I appreciate you. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.